All universes are one. Everything in the universe, visible or invisible, large or small, can be infinitely divided, and all that split seems to be apart from each other, without any connection in appearance. However, they may be connected as one in a way that modern scientists have not yet discovered. For example, suppose there is a mermaid who was born in the sea, and lived only in the sea. Let's say this mermaid one day picked up a shell from the deep sea and smashed it into small pieces using a stone. From the mermaid's point of view, it would appear that the shells had become numerous fragments and had fallen apart. However, these shell fragments are in fact all connected by seawater. Let's take another example. In savage times, there were times when we thought that there was nothing in the air we breathed. After that, as science developed, it was discovered that it was filled with gases, such as oxygen and nitrogen. Someday in the future, it will be revealed that the vacuum we know is not actually empty, but filled with third things. In other words, when science is highly developed, the day will come when it will be proven that everything in the world is connected. For seawater, as well as oxygen and nitrogen, and even vacuum, were created by the division and change of the first cause. Thus everything was created by a first cause. And the first cause is connected as one by what has changed. In the first place, there was nothing other than the first cause. Naturally, therefore, everything in the world must come about through the division and change of the first cause. If we believe that everything is interconnected, like this, wouldn't it be easier to interpret phenomena, such as quantum entanglement that modern science still doesn't know the exact reason for? The universe is infinitely large, and its types and numbers are innumerable. However, what occupies most of the universe is empty space. Between the stars, between the sun and the earth, between the moon and the earth, etc., most of them are empty. The universe was created in this way. And the atomic structure, one of the components of the universe, has a similar appearance. Let's estimate the approximate size of an atom. Let's imagine that an atomic nucleus is the size of a watermelon, and that it is in the center of Sol. At this time, the electron would be about the size of a small piece of dust, orbiting the outskirts of Sol. As such, most of the atom is empty space. In addition, quarks, leptons, gauge, bosons, and Higgs particles constituting atomic nuclei may have the same structure. Of course, it is very likely that most of the third elements that make up the vacuum, which we have not yet discovered, are empty spaces in the same way. And you could break them down into infinity. Of course, most of what comes out every time you split, it will be an empty space. Now imagine applying an infinite force capable of compressing all of the most empty space. Then the entire universe can be made into a small size. That is less than a point that infinitely converges to zero. If all spaces are compressed in this way, it can be seen as one in the sense that it becomes so small that it is embarrassing to even call it a single point. And they are always related as one, because they all appeared as a result of a change in the first cause, without the intervention of anything else. Other than the first cause, nothing new was added or left out in the middle. And it has been divided and changed endlessly, making anything appear to be born or disappear. Even if you combine all imaginable infinitely large universes and infinitely small universes, If you compress them, they converge forever to zero. It is so small that it is not even the size of a single point, and it changes by itself as it is closely related to each other. If so, wouldn't it be safe to say that it is one? And whether you call that one a first cause, a god, or a universe, it's all right. In this way, the truth of the world may be surprisingly simple, because everything always started from one first cause. It is similar to a computer program made of 0 and 1. Then, how big is the first cause that created the world by changing itself? 1 or 0 is never. It is somewhere in an eternally unspecified position, converging infinitely toward 0, because it is infinitely smaller. It is ambiguous to say that it exists or does not exist. In this way, when everything in the world where the first cause has changed, is put together and compressed, it converges infinitely to 0. Since all of them were one, they are circulated, divided, mixed, and changed in relation to each other. This world is a place where nothing has ever been added to, or left out except the first cause. Everything in the world, including me, was created by the first cause changing itself. And now, as it is one as a whole. Thank you very much for watching this video.